Please welcome Bryant Lishness.
Thank you to the Bristol Sports Hall of Fame. This is quite an honor for a town like Bristol that values sport so much in athletics and sees the value in it. To be recognized by them is just a huge honor. I'm very thankful for that. I want to thank my wife and my son, my wife Jennifer, for putting up with me and all the coaching and all the sharing she has to do of me being a coach. And I've been fortunate with my son. My son caught the bug. He was a great wrestler growing up, wrestled through youth and high school and in college, and now he's coaching with me. So it's come full circle. Not just with him, I'm back at the Gladiators, and the amount of alumni who are coming back and coaching with me and coaching their sons and their daughters has been truly rewarding. My son jokes and will call me Coach Benoit sometimes because John Benoit and guys like Dennis Sigmund have had that pleasure. Now I'm starting to see it, and I'm getting that honor and that privilege to coach with guys that I was there when they started. So it's been just a wonderful experience. Congratulations to all the other members of this class that are going in this year. It's quite a class. I'm very honored to be a part of it. I'm particularly excited to be going in with Brian Archibald, another wrestling person. It's very rewarding looking around and seeing all the faces. I think the wrestling contingent is kind of dominating the room tonight, which I really like a lot. It isn't just Bristol Eastern people that I've been fortunate enough to have a connection with. It's also a lot of the Bristol Central wrestlers. A lot of them came up through the club, wrestling at Gladiators. And there were many times when I was driving kids to tournaments on the weekend, and I'd have a car full of just Bristol Central wrestlers. Just didn't have any Bristol Eastern wrestlers that day. Some of the best wrestlers throughout Central Connecticut can draw a tie to the Bristol Gladiators, which is great. The most highly decorated wrestler at Plainville High School was a Bristol Gladiator. At Farmington High School, he was a Bristol Gladiator. At Terryville High School, another Bristol Gladiator. So we've been trying to make our mark and touch all of Central Connecticut, and I think we've done that. As an athlete, I was a decent athlete. I mean, you heard when you have to highlight some of your own stuff growing up. I mean, my claim to fame as a wrestler was all conference, winning the Bristol Central tournament. But as a coach, I feel that's where I've made my bones. And we've done really well. We did really well at Bristol Eastern, really well for the Bristol Gladiators, but I want to make it clear that I'm not up here without an army of support behind me. When you get the great athletes that we had, the great parents and families that we had, all of the coaches that have been a part of this, the administration at Bristol Eastern, the athletic directors, the board of directors for Bristol Gladiators, the staff at the Boys and Girls Club, they're all a huge part of it. No one has the success that we were fortunate enough to have at Bristol Eastern, or the success we're having at Bristol Gladiators, without a boatload of support. I mean, it literally is an army behind us that are helping us to develop this and grow this and really make a name for ourselves. I'm talking to a lot of the wrestling people here tonight on both sides, Central and Eastern, and the rivalry isn't what it used to be. I mean, it's still a rivalry for sure, but these kids are growing up wrestling with each other all the time. They're traveling with each other. We're going to tournaments all over the country, staying in an Airbnb, and it's Central wrestlers, Terryville, Eastern, Plainville, Southington. They're all together. So it's a little bit different. It still exists, but it's not the same. When me and Archie were coaching against each other, that was probably the end of the era of where it was so heated and crazy. The older guys, we're all into it still. We all think it's a huge deal. But, you know, these guys, you know, they're dapping each other up before the match. They're dapping each other after. They're going to like a all-you-can-eat buffet after together. It's just not the same. But it's still really special, you know. Talking to different wrestlers here and people, you know, within our town, we're a sports town for sure. And I think within our town, we consider ourselves a baseball town. We've had some great athletes for basketball, football, all different sports, girls volleyball, the track programs up at Bristol Central. But outside of Bristol, people consider Bristol a wrestling town. They really do. You know, it really doesn't matter if it's Bristol Central walking into a gym, Bristol Eastern walking to a gym, or if it's the Gladiators on the youth level. We're walking in with bodies, and these kids have been well trained. They're tough. They work hard, and they're producing results. There's a saying where you can win the match at weigh-ins. And that's what happens quite a bit with Bristol teams. We walk in and they see the Bristol Eastern uniform, the Bristol Central uniform, the Gladiators, and we've already won the match. You know, they're fearful of us. They respect us, what we've done. And as I said, outside of this town, people look at Bristol and they're like, that's a wrestling community. That's a wrestling town. And so I know I'm up here for coaching for sure. One thing I talk about with coaching, because I've had people ask me why we've had the success we've had, or why I've had the success I've had as a coach. And there's many different reasons. You know, you work real hard, and you need to have technical understanding of your sport, and be able to teach it and all that. But to me, what really makes the difference is just my belief in kids and families and people, and loving the kids that I coach. My day job, I retired a few years ago. I was a juvenile probation officer. And I've talked about this before. When you're a juvenile probation officer, it's a difficult job. I loved it, so it wasn't as difficult for me. For some reason, I just loved it. It was something that worked for me. But anyways, you're getting these kids put on your caseload for a year and a half, and they've done some really bad things, and your gut is to not like that kid, and to be frustrated, and like, oh, that kid, he injured someone so severely, robbing the pizza delivery driver and hurting them where they're blind in an eye, something. I'm being flippant about it, I don't mean to be, but there's some really atrocious things, and you want to not like these kids, but you have to supervise them and work with them for a prolonged period of time. So you need to find something to latch onto, something to buy into for this kid. You need to like them. You need to find something. So you need to find their potential. You need to see what they're capable of, and find their strengths, find their potential, and really latch onto that and build on it. And I think that is what has helped me the most to be a good coach. Wrestling's different than some of the other sports out there. We really don't make cuts. We don't. Whoever signs up, we're taking. And there's many years, there's 14 weight classes, and you can't fill a couple of those weight classes, so you're looking for anything. You know, you're walking through the halls, you're showing up at lunches, you're going to the weight room, the cafeteria, you're talking to the coaches, you're finding anyone, and you're trying to bring them onto your team. And you need to find something in them. You need to see the potential in them. And often you're seeing potential in the kids that they don't see themselves. But you sell out for it, you believe in it, you try to build on it, you really push them, and you get rewarded. I mean, I've had many kids come through the program where when they started, there's a couple of them here tonight, when they started, no one saw them doing anything. No one saw them being competitive, no one saw them being solid wrestlers. You know, you tell them to jump rope, and they're not doing it like a boxer with a nice rhythm. It's like kaboom, kaboom, and then it's tough. It's tough to watch. It's tough to deal with. But you know what? You find something in them. Either you see they got a great work ethic, or you see, oh, that kid's pretty strong. You know, he's pretty intelligent, he's listening, she's listening, she's buying into what we're doing. Oh, the dad was an athlete. We can build on that, you know. And so you have that faith and that belief that you're going to pull this kid forward and they're going to help you. And I can say more often than not, I've been rewarded in those situations. There's a few of them here tonight, and they know I love them, they know I have their back, and they have my back, and they're all here to support me, and it means the world to me. It means the world to me. So again, I just want to thank everyone here. I want to thank the Sports Hall of Fame. I want to congratulate the other members of the class. Thank my family, my wife and my son for putting up with all this for all these years. And all of my wrestlers, the families, the Board of Ed, everything. We would not be successful like we've been and like we still are down at the Boys and Girls Club without all you guys. So thank you very much. And like I said, fall in love with potential. Grab it, hold on to it, build on it. So, thank you.